Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to Andrew's Life. So, how many of you guys are looking at purchasing another home? How many of you guys are looking to leave the city, move to the country, set up start your homestead? Maybe have I don't know, maybe have a massive garden so you can eat from your garden, all that good stuff. How many of you guys are looking to do that? With Except you're looking for a property that's A, affordable, and B, you're looking for a location to where there's a fair amount of rain. I mean, I watch YouTube all the time whenever I get a chance. And I have been watching a lot of off-grid channels, and there's been a crap load of people out here that have made videos here on YouTube talking about how they recently purchased land in northern Arizona. Now, I do understand that land prices in northern Arizona is fairly cheap. You can get a lot of acreage for a very low price. Obviously, the reason being is, well, it's in North Arizona, where A, there's not much of an economy. B, they don't get a whole lot of rain, so it's hard to grow anything. And C, a lot of those parcels of land are far out of the way. They're far away from uh, amenities and other resources, which is why those parcels of land are so cheap. Now, not the video, but the property I'm going to show you guys today, after I get done doing a little bit of explaining the property I'm going to show you guys today, is going to be in Alabama, and I think the price is reasonable for what you're going to get. It's going to be a 5 acre lot with a habitable structure on it and a couple of other smaller structures on it too. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to go through and look at this property. Before I show you guys pictures, I'm going to do a little bit of explaining. That way you know what you're looking at when you see the pictures. So let's get to it. Hey, folks, this is the property that I'm going to show you for today. For those of you that are looking to move somewhere to where there's actually water, you can actually grow stuff. You're not somewhere in the desert. I'm going to show you this property for you guys. Now, of course, the price is $59,000, located in Coffeeville, Alabama. It's Coffeeville. It's a little small town located off of Route 84 going towards Mississippi. It's a nice little small town, nice and quiet. There's not much there. Basically, all you have you got a gas station and a Dollar General across the street. As far as businesses are concerned, that's about all you got. So not much there. And as far as it goes for nearby communities, when I say nearby, I'm talking within an hour, 23 miles to the south. You got Jackson, Alabama, which I have that video on this channel if you wish to see it. And now Jackson, Alabama, it's a little over 5,000 people. So if you choose to live here in Coffeeville, Jackson, Alabama is going to be the closest smaller city that you're going to go to for all your amenities like shopping, somewhere to take your vehicle in for service and stuff like that. And and to the west, about 37 miles, you got Waynesboro, Mississippi. Again, if you're interested in that video, you can check it out on this channel. And let's see what else here. Uh, also, and if you choose to move to Coffeeville, you're gonna also be an hour and a half away from Mobile, which is gonna be the closest metro to here. So obviously, well, maybe to some of you it might be obvious, but I would say that if you're looking at moving to this area, to this property in Coffeeville, because Coffeeville is a little small town, it only has about a couple hundred people, give or take. So I would say if you're one of those people that you work online or you have some kind of like you got some kind of an online business, I would say this type of community would be for you guys. Because given that this town is located in southern Alabama, there's not going to be much of an economy here. I'm going to just tell you straight up. So if you're one of these people that are looking to move somewhere, nice, peaceful and quiet, small town, and you're looking to maybe create a homestead or whatever the case might be, uh, you might, Coffeeville be a nice little town. I'm sorry I didn't do so much talking. So now let's get to the property here. Here's the property. It's been on the market for 126 days. Like I said, Coffeeville is a little small town in southern Alabama that economically there's not much going on. So if you move here, like I said, either A, have a job already lined up, and even if you do, don't count on it. Have a crap load of money saved up before you get here. Because if you lose that job, there's no guarantee of how long it's going to take for you to get another one, if you even do find another one. I'm going to just keep it real. So this is going to be for people that are basically retired or you're making money online. So, okay, anyhow, 126 days on the market, and that's the reason why. It's a decent sized property, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, sitting on 5 acres, 60 grand. I don't think that's a bad price at all. I mean, for those of you that are purchasing land in the high deserts of Arizona, I mean, granted, you're not going to get no 40 acres or nothing ridiculous like that, but also around here, you're going to, everything here is already set and ready to go. Plus, you get plenty of rain here, so you don't have to worry about water like you do in the high deserts of Arizona. Okay, beautiful 5 acres located in Coffeeville, Alabama. If you are looking for a camp house or looking to live in the country, this may be perfect for you. The 5 acre include a mobile home, power, well, and a septic tank. Okay, so assuming that the well and the septic tank is working, you got those two things already. Now, my advice to you guys is before you buy this property, you're going to want to hire a professional to test your well and to give your septic tank a perk test to make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to. Because if not, then you're going to be spending a crap load of money on potentially a new well and or a new septic. Okay, the mobile home includes three beds, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, carpet and vinyl flooring, and has recently been painted. Okay, recently been painted. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. Whenever a property has been repainted, I typically am going to be extra vigilant. What I mean is, if a property's been repainted, the first thing I'm thinking is, okay, what exactly are they trying to hide? But that's me. But for this price, let's keep going. The backyard is large enough to plant a large food plot for deer and turkey. If you enjoy fishing, there is a scenic creek running through the property that has fish. Okay, so you got water on the property and it's got fish. There is also a shed on the property to store all your tools and outdoor equipment. This property has limitless possibilities and could be yours It could be your own private getaway. Okay, they give you the information. Looks like it comes with a few appliances here: refrigerator, microwave, oven. You got propane for your heat, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now that if you that propane is very expensive. So given that, okay, this property's let's see here. Okay, they don't got the square footage on this property. We'll look at it in a minute though. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now that propane is gonna be very expensive. Now, if you buy this property and you got the money to get rid of the propane and replace everything with electric, I would do so. Because if you have to use propane, it's gonna, come. I mean, granted, it doesn't get real cold here in southern Alabama, but still, if you're able to get rid of all the propane appliances and replace it all with electric, that would be your best bet financially speaking. So, anyways, let's see what else they got. And I know some of you guys are itching to see the pictures, and I'll get to those in a minute. I just want to give you guys all the information first. That way, when you look at the pictures, you can keep all this information in the back of your mind as you look at the pictures. Hey, now another thing is for those of you that are first-time home buyers, whenever it says annual tax amount $65, that might be correct, but in most cases it's not correct because maybe this property was owned by a senior citizen who got a significant amount of money on a tax discount because they're a senior citizen. So a lot of times when you look at taxes, you can't rely on this information. You gotta call the county and get a more accurate figure. Okay, yeah, you got well septic. It's a manufactured home. Now, typically, I personally don't like mobile homes, but I figure for the price and for what I see some of you guys spend on other type of setups, I thought I would show you guys this setup and see, and just see what you guys think. Okay, property history. Okay, this property sold on in February of 2023. It sold for 17,500. And again, that figure may or may not be correct. Now, initially, this house was listed back in January of this year for 115. Then 4 days later, they came down to 95. 2 weeks after that, they came down to 90. And okay, they temporarily removed the listing because one trick of the trade in real estate is an agent might suggest to their client to remove the listing for a little bit of time. That way, the listing, I forgot the term, but that way the listing doesn't turn into what they call a stale listing. So, just to keep this listing from becoming a stale listing, they removed the listing in February, and then a couple of weeks later, they put it back on the market for 77. And let's see, a couple of weeks after that, they lowered the price to 72. A couple of weeks after that, 67. A few days after that, 64. A couple of weeks after that, no, not a week or so after that, $2,000 more or less. And as of the 1st of April, which was a month ago, a little bit about a month and a half ago, 59. So just by looking at their little price history, these people appear to be eager to sell. And I'm going to assume 59,000 is their bottom price that they're willing to go or they can afford to go. So you can tell these people are motivated to sell. So somebody that wanted to buy this property, y'all can probably get in and maybe go $10,000 to $15,000 lower than this, or even go 20 grand lower, and then maybe they'll come back and kind of offer at a halfway point, like $10,000 lower. Hey, you got it's a tax history, but like I said, you gotta call the county. You can't rely on this right here. You gotta call the county. Environmental risk, you want to look at that. Make sure you're not in the flood zone. Okay, minimal flood. Now, fire factor, moderate. That's nothing to be nervous about. It's moderate fire factor because you have a lot of trees around the property. Severe wind factor, well, sometimes it gets really, like during the, I would say, late spring and summer, it can get a little windy in Alabama. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Just have the proper insurance. That way, if there is a tornado, your insurance will take care of that for you. All right, now let's get to the pictures. I wish I could make this larger, but unfortunately I can't. Okay, so this is going to be the lots. And this is 5 acres. So you got plenty of land. Okay, here's the inside of the structure. And this is a mobile home. I'm going to assume this is a double wide. You know what? Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Now we're larger. Yeah, this is a double wide. Got your little tub in the corner, double sink. But yeah, definitely with this home, if you can afford to do so, you're gonna want to get rid of your propane and switch everything over to electric because it will be a lot cheaper if you do because propane is incredibly expensive. In fact, I made a video talking about my propane heats. I made a video back. I want to say it was back maybe in uh, February sometime that I made that video on this channel talking about propane and how expensive it is. I mean, it heats up nice. It's just costly. Here's a little shed. Looks like a bunch of people from Boy Scouts in fifth grade built that, but whatever. I guess you got a couple of sheds. This looks like kind of an old school outhouse. All right, folks, that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Uh, I would like to know in the comments how many of you would want to buy this structure or buy something similar to this. Let me know. Would you buy this structure or would you pass? Let me know. And that's going to do it for today's video. Stay blessed. I'll catch you guys on the next one.